No, we count that we won't start the count until January. You know, we count a whole month. So you add them all up, you equal 36 out of the last 48 months. We take that as well in the substitution of college or military.
Dominic, any closing statements or remarks before we finish with Community Shield of the Houston Police Department?
Like I said, hey, we have recruiters always on hand. You can call us at 713-308-1300. Or you can check us out on social media, all the major platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and of course our website, hpdcareer.com.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. Check us out next Wednesday at 4 o'clock here in Now Media at Aldo Media Group with the Houston Police Department. This has been your friend Sergeant Jesus Robles, my buddy over here, Rafael Pantoja. Thank you for joining us, and also Dominic from the recruiting division.
Yes, sir.
All right. We want to thank Chief Troy Finner for trusting us in this programming week by week. Again, this has been a broadcast of HPD. Thank you so much for joining us.
This has been a Now Media Television feature presentation. All rights reserved. Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
Hey, welcome to Biz Talk TV. I'm your host, Michael Rager, the Business Guide. We're here with you today on the Now Media Television networks and all of our social media platforms. I'm telling you, this is the time of year right now where everybody comes in and we're talking about taxes, taxes, taxes. We don't need to be talking about taxes, taxes, taxes. As a business owner, that's last year. We got to start looking right now, profits, profits, profits. And those are the things that we're going to start looking at. When we talk to our guests today, we're going to find out ways that we can go ahead and lower our cost of goods sold. We got a new guest today, Luis Silva from AT&T. We're going to talk about how AT&T can actually help small business owners accomplish some of their goals. Kristen Gunderson is going to be talking about profit first. We've got Eric Harrison is going to be talking about vitals for your company. We got, Keith Cawthorne is going to be talking a little bit today about new tax. We're going to go to taxes a little bit, and Keith's going to talk about some of the changes that are coming for your 1040 this year. But here's what I want to tell you, business owners. It's all about profits. This is the thing we've got to look at. We've got to start looking at our gross profit margin. The gross profit margin is the most important thing that we need to be looking at as a business owner. This is going to let us know how we're doing. It's going to let us know if we're priced right. It's going to let us know if we're paying our contractors correctly. And lastly, it's going to let us know, does me, the business owner, do I get to take home any money at the end of the month, at the end of the week, at the end of the year to actually help my family live their dream life? So this is what it's about. I mentioned it before, one of my favorite TV shows is The Profit, and it's because we talk about three things: people, product, process. It's the P's. We got to get on the P's in our business, and today it's all about profit, profit, profit. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV on the Now Media Television networks. We're going to be right back right after this.
If you have the perfect health insurance plan and you don't want to save any money, you might want to stop listening now. However, if you are like the rest of us who know that the number one cause of bankruptcy is unexpected medical costs due to subpar coverage, you really want to listen closely. Even if you owe 20% of your medical costs for a large claim like cancer or a bad accident, it will wipe out the wealth you have worked for your entire career. That's why when it comes to choosing health insurance, it's important to get the right coverage for you and your family. I'm April Clark with Clark Health Insurance. My mission and passion is to simplify the process for small business owners, families, and self-employed individuals. Protect your health and start saving money on your insurance today.
Welcome back to Biz Talk TV on NowMedia TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. We got a new guest today, Luis Silva. Luis, how are you doing today?
Very well, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's so great to have you on the show today. So we're going to talk about you're a vice president at AT&T.
Yes.
All right.
That is
AT&T
correct,
right now.
yes.
One of the things they're really pushing is how do we help small businesses succeed? And you guys have some small business partners. Tell us a little bit about the small business program that you've got going over at AT&T right now.
Yes, there's several things. Our focus on small business is really important nowadays. We need to help those businesses, and look, the goal is to help them communicate in whatever they're selling through their communications to help them be profitable, as you were mentioning under the teasers before and things like that. It is about what their needs are as a business. It's not about AT&T just selling a couple of phones and doing that, but building a relationship with small businesses. And as the businesses grow, the whole goal for AT&T is to grow with those businesses as they enhance their communication systems. Nowadays, after the pandemic and everything, we realized how important having solid communications and solid communication plans for our business are so important, and the need for all of these. So that's what AT&T is focused on, and we're giving several avenues to the businesses to be able to develop that.
Well, when people, especially small businesses right now, they look at AT&T and we see the local stores, they're thinking cell phones, right? But you guys are so much more than that. You guys just start looking into fiber, you're looking at other ends of communication. Tell me a little bit about that and how you guys help businesses on that end.
Yes, we thank you. That's a really good question, actually, because AT&T works in several ways under the communications. And actually, we have a very, very solid, good network that goes into your home and also into your business and outside through wireless. And so, one of the things that we are really active in, especially in Houston and all the South Texas, but around the United States, in several markets, we have our fiber product, which is a very reliable, fast, and easy internet product. And what it does is your uplink and downlink is the same speed. It's a phenomenal product, super reliable, and it gives you access to the internet and many of the other things that you use the internet for, or you use this connection for as your business, right? From, your registers to your security cameras to everything that you manage through that, as well as also your wireless products inside your store. With that, we have several programs on the Internet of Things, from tracking devices for your fleets, et cetera, that we can use and help you. So when you look at our stores and you go visit the stores, if you're a small business, you can actually go there and we will help you build a solution, because at that point in time, we become assistants of your business, not as much sellers of a couple of communication systems, but more helping you devise your issues and what you need from a communication standpoint, so we can help you launch with the number of products that we have.
Well, it was kind of interesting what you said is I wouldn't even have thought AT&T. I'm looking at you with my security devices and stuff like that, but now it starts making sense when I start looking at my fiber and upload speeds to make sure I can understand really what's going on in my business in a day-to-day. AT&T is kind of known for a series of architects, right? They're communication architects, and your job is going to kind of help a small business owner create the architectural structure of his communication. Can you guys do it how's the smallest business that you guys work with, and then how do you go to, I imagine you guys are massive businesses you help.
Okay. Yeah, we like from the big corporations all the way to a person that has 3 employees in just one small little shop, right? Because the one thing that AT&T provides that people are not as much aware is the security. We have a very secure network. So we help you through the lineup of products that we have really secure communications within your own systems, right? So when you're like managing data through our network, we protect that network constantly, and we have several applications that will help your business protect anything that you have there so that, hackers don't come after you or things like that. So you're always having that. So from that, in the little small businesses, we create packets that are very cost efficient and will help you grow your business. So like I said, anywhere from companies that have 1 or 2 employees or just 1 employee, all the way to companies that have thousands and thousands of employees. We will work on the solutions for those companies, and we will make sure that we help them be profitable and utilize and maximize on the communications, not only inside their shop, but outside their shop.
Well, as small business owners, we're kind of, especially the smaller they are, they start looking for cheap solutions. And sometimes people look at me and say, hey, AT&T may not be the cheap solution, but I think it goes back to an old commercial I remember when I was young. You can pay me now or you pay me later. How are you going to look at, how does a small business know that AT&T is going to look after them and really help them as they grow?
Yeah, so we do several things. And one of the things that we do is, for example, when we do offers and also for business, we do the same offers for the consumers today. So, for example, you're a small business and you need to upgrade devices, right, for your employees. Well, you can trade in those devices like regular consumers do and trade in any device. Let's say I have a Samsung device. Right now we have a promotion and you trade it in, you get $800 towards the new equipment. So actually you're saving money because you're utilizing those assets that you kind of paid for already, and you are just upgrading them at a much lesser cost than it would cost you as a business to upgrade or buy a brand new device for one of your employees, right? So this starts helping those businesses, and they can do it in our regular stores. We have special discounts that we give to businesses depending on what they're doing and depending on the type of business that they're doing, in which we help them with their plans. And the other thing is, with AT&T and our sellers, you get consultants that help you and do it in the smart way. And so, yes, you could go and buy a couple of phones and set up an internet line and everything, but you wouldn't be able to do it with the professionalism and the network that we provide in AT&T, and a consultant behind you giving you that information without scaring you, right? One of the things that we are doing now in AT&T is eliminating a lot of the lingo, the telephone lingo that we have, so that customers hear it in the same way they talk about it on a normal day, so it doesn't get scary. Sometimes, you think about little things like 5G, and a customer goes like, "Oh, I don't understand what 5G is." And that's just 5th generation. It's nothing complicated or anything like that. It has much more capacity and bandwidth, etc. But it's just 5th generation. It doesn't mean anything mysterious to the customer. But our idea, even with small businesses, is not to scare them. And you see a big corporation like AT&T and you go like, "Oh, this is going to cost me a fortune." And in reality, it doesn't, right? It's super cost efficient to our customers, especially in business. And actually you have reliability and you can have all the support that you need, right? Sometimes one of the biggest things for a business, and if you go out there and you don't spend the money or a little bit of money up front, the consequences of missing your communications or doing like that could be devastating for your business. So those are the things that we make sure that we ensure. And then we also help you with the
about
capacities
15
that you
seconds
need.
in this segment. How does, if a consumer wants to get a hold of somebody, they just walk in the store and ask for the small business expert? How do they make sure that happens?
Yeah, just by walking into the store and talking to any rep, and they will help them and guide them. And once they have that discussion, we will have additional assistant coming to the customer. We will call them, and they can do the same via online. So through AT&T.com, they can do it. And then in AT&T.com, you can have all the phone numbers, and you call the same 800 number, and you go, like, you're a business, we will help you through business. So we are like, there's many, many ways for customers to get to us and be able to communicate their needs, and we will support them and through every single one of our channels.
Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to it. I think we're going to have some great discussions in the future. There's going to be some important things that small business owners want to learn, so I'm looking forward to getting to know you more and sharing that great information that you got over there at AT&T. So thanks a lot, Luis.
Thank you, Michael, for having me.
All right, I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on the Biz Talk TV network on Now Media Television. We'll be back right after this.
According to the FBI, a robbery occurs every 13 seconds. Homes and businesses without a reliable security system are 300% more likely to be burglarized. Alert 360 provides custom-tailored rock-solid security solutions to residential and commercial customers. Whether it's home security, fire and carbon monoxide detection, flood protection, connected senior care, managed video surveillance solutions, 24/7 alarm monitoring, and life safety, Alert 360 is your ideal solution. In addition, Alert 360 has a smart home and business integrations like access control and video shield for a complete peace of mind, protecting what matters the most and reducing energy costs with our top-of-the-line automatic scheduling functions. Alert 360 offers security services discounts to military personnel, veterans, first responders, educators, and hospital personnel. Don't be a victim. Take a strong step today. Call Rosana Torres at 832-863-8574 for your free consultation.
Hi, my name is Elias Basabe, founder of Little Maria's Cafe restaurant in West Houston, located in 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Here you will find a family-friendly and relaxed environment where you can enjoy a delicious homemade breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We know you need to get to work fast, and we want you to enjoy a tasty, quality, and healthy homemade food. So come and visit us for a great nutritious meal at an affordable price. We specialize in tasty breakfasts, deli sandwiches, fish, even barbecue cookouts. Little Maria's Cafe has it all. We only use the great quality of bird's head meats and products. Just like you, we love to get you up early. Little Maria's Cafe is open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can dine in with us during breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or we can have it ready for you for pickup. Visit us today on the first floor of the CMPC Center at 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Order now at 832-667-8376, Little Maria's Cafe.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager, here on the Now Media Television networks. It's great today. We got Miss Kristen Gunnison. Kristen, how are you today?
Good. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Well, that's great. I see you're back up in the north part of Houston today. You didn't get a chance to come down and visit us, huh?
Yeah, I'm just too busy with the tax deadline right around the corner. Wanted to save some time and just come over Zoom today.
Yeah, this is the busy time for you. So let's jump right into it. One of the things we want to talk about today is really important is profit first accounting. So what is profit first accounting and why should business owners look at that?
Profit First is a program that was created by Mike Michalowicz. And he has a book out about it, and it's a really great read. I recommend any business owner go ahead and listen to it on the Audible. because it's so easy to read. And basically what it is it works with small business owners who are used to doing bank balance accounting. And what that means is they log into their bank account and see how much money they have. And if they have money, they're like, okay, I can spend it. If they don't have money, they go into kind of a panic mode and like, okay, I need to do some more sales. I need to call on my accounts receivable. And it basically takes the habits that we already have and we implement it for our business. And some of the things that means is we open up a bunch of bank accounts. I know that sounds really weird, but we open up like 5 bank accounts. We open up an income account, and every single deposit that we have goes into that account. Then we open up a profit account, and we open up a tax account. We open up an owner's draw account and an operating account. And twice a month, on the 10th and on I think it's the 20th, you go ahead and we make transfers out of the income account, and we put a small percentage into the profit account, a percentage into the tax account. We make sure that the owner gets paid. They're working way too hard not to be getting an income. And then the rest goes into the operating account. And the only bank account that I allow my business owners to look at is the operating account, because that's the only one that you're allowed to look at. And what it helps business owners do, it helps them magically shrink down on their spending habits. And it just kind of works like magic. They're looking at a smaller plate of what they have, and it automatically makes them spend less money. Or if they realize like they don't have enough money, it's like, okay, that's when we can start diving into items like, are you actually charging enough for your services? Do we need to cut back on things? We literally go through with a fine comb tooth, fine brush, whatever it is, go through all the line items in your account and start seeing, do you have subscriptions that you've been using for 3 years and you haven't used in 2 years? Like, what can we start cutting back on in expenses?
So how does it, like me, I've got massive ADD when it comes to my business. 5 accounts scares me. How does somebody like you help me so I don't have to go through that?
Yeah, so we can take it over for you completely. We do that for some of our clients, or we set them up with it. And how it works is I kind of set them up with an Excel spreadsheet, and twice a month on the 10th and the 20th, I go in and whatever's in the income account, I go ahead and plug that number into my Excel formula. I already have the percentages that I'm coding to each one of the accounts. And then we make the transfers. And I can either have the clients do that, or a lot of our clients trust us enough to go ahead and make those transfers for them. Like, we're just transferring within each of the bank accounts for them. And then again, all they get to look at is the operating account, because the other ones we are saving. The tax account we don't look at until it's time to make those quarterly estimated tax payments. And then we go ahead and pay the quarterly estimated tax payment out of the tax account. And then at the end of each quarter, whatever is in the profit account, you actually get to take half of it as a bonus to the owner. And what we recommend doing is, if you have debt in the company or personal, we recommend you take 5% of that half and you reward yourself. Like, you are working really hard, reward yourself, go out for dinner, maybe start saving for a vacation, whatever that looks like. And then the other 95%, again, if you have debt, put that towards the debt to be paying that down.
Well, that sounds like work really good in concert with our other friend Matthew Paul, and helping yes. Something like that go. I think I may have to go sit with you and make this happen for me, because as business owners, we get lost and we don't think about profit. Why is it so important that we think about profit, and why is it important to take profit first?
Well, half of each business won't make it to their 5th birthday because they're having cash flow issues. Only 40% of all small businesses out there actually make a profit. If you're doing 10% in profit, you are doing really amazing. But that's pretty rare for most businesses. But you know what? If all of us are working way too hard, to be not making a profit. Your business should be making a profit, or why are you in business? If you can't get the first $1 million right by making a profit and figuring out what your unit level economics is and what you do, like, it's pretty much time for you to cut the cord and go get a job. Like, at least that will be steady income coming in. And a profit is something that means that you're doing really well in your business. People are rewarding you for the services that you're providing, and they're paying you. So profit's important.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So if somebody wants to sit down with you and get a hold of you and look at this profit first system, how do they go about doing that? I know it's tax season now and it's really busy for you, but how do they do that, and when should they start doing it?
They can do that now. Basically, what you can do is you can text the word WIN, WIN, to 855-798-3350. I'll have you fill out a little survey, and then I'll give you a call and get you on my calendar.
Well, that sounds great, Kristen. That sounds great. So, I know you're a big networker. You got things going on. What's going on in the North this month, and where can people come see you?
Our next event that we have is in Waller County, and you can find us on Waller County Networking on Facebook, and it's going to be in the morning before work, like 8:15 to 9:30, whenever you have to get to the office, at a little nutrition shop called AG Nutrition and Beauty in Waller.
Well, that sounds awesome.
And it'll be next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
On spring break.
This is too far of a drive for me to drive at 8 in the morning.
It is.
I live in the Heights. It's like 35, 40 miles. But, it's awesome seeing you and seeing what you're doing on Facebook and going there. And it's great to see you connect and helping people grow. So if you guys want to win in your business, text WIN to Kristen. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide. We're going to be back right after this.
According to the FBI, a robbery occurs every 13 seconds. Homes and businesses without a reliable security system are 300% more likely to be burglarized. Alert 360 provides custom-tailored rock-solid security solutions to residential and commercial customers. Whether it's home security, fire and carbon monoxide detection, flood protection, connected senior care, managed video surveillance solutions, 24/7 alarm monitoring, and life safety, Alert 360 is your ideal solution. In addition, Alert 360 has smart home and business integrations like access control and video shield for a complete peace of mind, protecting what matters the most and reducing energy costs with our top-of-the-line automatic scheduling functions. Alert 360 offers security services discounts to military personnel, veterans, first responders, educators, and hospital personnel. Don't be a victim. Take a strong step today. Call Rosana Torres at 832-863-8574 for your free consultation.
You probably already know that first impressions are never forgotten. However, did you also know the way you feel about yourself contributes to your quality of life and the opinions of others? Hi, my name is Kristen Gunderson. My mission is to help people by flipping the switch inside their body, which in turn will help them to feel better and do more. In fact, once you feel your best, you will be able to pour into others, keep your cup full, and reach every goal you have set up for yourself, whether it's personal, family, or business related. The way you feel will dictate the way you think and the way you live your life. Feeling your best is necessary to achieve your goals. You deserve to put yourself first. Let me help you flip the switch so you can feel better and do more. Let's talk. I know I can help.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business guy, Michael Rager, and you can see Matthew Paul. Hey, Matthew, how you doing today, man?
I am well. Thank you for having me again in the show.
All right, man. So we're going to jump right into it. One of the biggest issues right now with business owners is cash flow.
Absolutely.
Cash flow is king.
It's the blood of business.
Yeah, and what happens? Okay, cash flow stalls. What happens, and what's the main contributor to cash flow stall?
Yeah. So cash flow is the blood of business, and that's why you need to have a very good accountant or a tax professional and a bookkeeper to make sure that you know where the money is coming and where the money is going. And once you have that, most of the businesses, they give credit to their clients.
Yep.
Right? I mean, there is nowhere that you can get outright money all the time. So there may be chances where you have a net 30, net 60, net 90, and then we sit on it. And we forget about it sometimes. And then the client says, I'm not going to pay. And you say, that's okay. And so we will wait on it. And on the other side, we have bought materials and services from people, and we have an accounts payable. And for those people who don't know the definitions, accounts receivables is the amount of money that you is supposed to get from your clients. And accounts payable is the money that you're supposed to pay to your clients or to your vendors, if I say that right. So what happens is that the vendors is asking money and you have the pressure, you pay the money. And so your AP is close to zero, but your AR is not coming, and then guess what? You are choked. So what do? We go and borrow money. Yeah. And so we pay interest rate on something that we shouldn't pay just because we didn't take active step in collecting money from the clients.
Yeah, I had a client right now that they got a pretty big accounts receivable, issue right now, and was sitting with the owners and saying, hey, we got to make payroll next week, and we got a lot of people that owe us money. Pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah, pick up the phone and call them. And if I was talking to somebody about 2 weeks back, and they said, oh, these people have not paid for last 120 days. And I said, what have you done? I said, we called them, they are not responding. I said, they shouldn't be your client.
Yeah. Well,
they shouldn't be your client.
Yeah, you got to have clients. If you're going to go hire a client, you're going to hire me, you're going to hire you, you're going to hire whoever. If you can't pay them, why get them?
Correct. And so don't do business with people that they are faulting on their word, right? Because in the world of business, it is the trust. It is the amount of confidence that you have in your client and your vendor that keeps the business going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because one of the special things you specialize is eliminating debt. And as you said earlier, a lot of businesses will get into debt because they've got a whole bunch of money that's owed to them. And things have changed. It used to be a couple years ago, we could get money for nothing. It's that old Dire Straits song, right? Money for nothing and chicks for free. But now, both the money's expensive and the chicks are expensive.
Well, I'm not going to go into the second part. I will talk about the first part. And money is expensive. I mean, especially in this atmosphere where the interest rates are very too high, cash is expensive. And so you need to make everything you can to make sure that you collect your AR so you're not adding to the debt.
Yeah, it is. So as business owners, we've got to get out of debt. We were just talking with Kristen about profit first, and I know you're a big advocate of profit first.
Absolutely.
And why do you feel profit first is important for your clients, and why should they be looking at that as well?
Yeah, so again, I'm a big proponent of profit first, and I'm happy that Kristen talked about it. So the key about profit first is that we are taking away the profit and the tax money and away from our books or away from our bank, so we don't see that. And so when there is a critical situation where you cannot make the payment, guess what? You automatically will call your customers and try to get that money from them. And so the best thing you can do is to make sure that you have the books, know how much AR you have, how much is your AP, try to push the AP as much as you can and pull back the AR as much as you can. You will thank me later.
Yeah, a lot of businesses, like you talked about, they go net 30, net 45, net 90, and their clients get behind. And we want to forget that. A lot of us, we're living, especially in the startup phase of our business, early in our business, we're living paycheck to paycheck, just like, somebody that's working, a job. And we've got to make these payments. What strategies do we have besides just picking up the phone and saying, hey, Mr. Client, I need you to pay me. I don't want to get in that point where I'm going to go, have to send nasty grams and nasty letters, but what other things can we do to go help our clients pay us easier?
Yeah, I will give you an example, a real life example that happened last week. I went to a doctor's office. As I was coming out of the doctor's office, that lady told me that, hey, this is the amount of money that you owe us. I said, hey, bill me and let the insurance go through. And she said, I'm happy to do that, but guess what? I want a credit card on file so that when it goes through, I'm going to charge you. right? This is exactly what it is. And again, I don't blame them because they're a business. They need to make money. So this is exactly what it is. The contract should clearly dictate saying that, hey, we are going to give you net 30, net 40, net 65, whatever that number is. And after that, we have to have a payment on file, and we are going to charge you on that. And if you have a problem, then we will deal with it in the legal system.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. It's going with new clients. Here it is. Give me a credit card, because if you don't pay me by that certain date, I'm gonna invoice you. I'm gonna charge your credit card. But one of the bad things that's happening right now is now we're getting hit with massive credit card fees, and we're getting hit with these things. You know, that's another thing.
I agree with you, Michael, but you know what? That is the lesser of two evils. Yeah. Not getting paid is a much bigger problem compared to giving up 3% and to having a card on the file.
Yeah, it is. So, Matthew, if people want to get a hold of you and talk to you and really have them help you get their finances under control in their business, how do they do it?
Yeah, so for any business or any personal families, if you are really struggling with cash flow, that is our expertise. We make sure that you get your cash flow improved so that you don't have to pay towards your debt, or you can take more profit in your business and your personal life. Just call us at 281-435-1888 and somebody from our office will contact you, and we will fill a short form, be on our schedule, and we will do an introductory free consultation to make sure that we can actually help you. And once we can help you, then we will move forward from there.
Well, that's great, man. Matthew is awesome. Love having you here every week. Looking forward to next week and something fun we're going to talk about. We'll figure it out by then. So, hey, I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV. We're going to see you on the Now Media Networks, and we're going to be back right after this.
All right. Thank you for having me.
If you have the perfect health insurance plan and you don't want to save any money, you might want to stop listening now. However, if you are like the rest of us who know that the #1 cause of bankruptcy is unexpected medical costs due to subpar coverage, you really want to listen closely. Even if you owe 20% of your medical costs for a large claim, like cancer or a bad accident, it will wipe out the wealth you've worked for your entire career. That's why when it comes to choosing health insurance, it's important to get the right coverage for you and your family. I'm April Clark with Clark Health Insurance. My mission and passion is to simplify the process for small business owners, families, and self-employed individuals. Protect your health and start saving money on your insurance today.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV with Michael Rager. I'm your host and guide. I got, as you see, the incredibly tall and handsome Eric Harrison. Eric, how you doing today?
I'm good, Michael. How are you, man?
Man, all right. So we came out last time. We started talking about vitals. That's your thing. You talk about vitals. We talked about the V and the I. Yes. Tell me what those are again.
That's values and interests.
Okay, so we're going to T and A today.
Exactly.
I don't know if that sounds good, buddy.
Let's
go to the T and A part of vitals.
It may not be what people think it is.
Okay.
It's actually temperament and activity timing. So temperament means a lot within your business. So you may be a certain type of way. You may be laid back and kind of analytical. But in order for your business to be successful, you need to be able to have people in your business that may be a little bit opposite of you, so that then you can relate to all of the different clients that you're going after. There are so many people that let their businesses take on their own identity, and then they never have anybody that can relate to anybody else. You know anybody like that?
No. I'm telling you, I know in my business, okay, so when you go having people that are opposite, I am very big picture, all right? I've always got to have a detailed person. I need someone to dot I's and cross T's.
Right.
I mean, these are the kind of things you're talking about in our business?
Exactly. And so many times we have blind spots, right? Because our temperaments really deal with our behavioral traits. And we've been doing this since we've been children. So if we keep doing this stuff, then we wind up getting hit by the same brick in the same blind spot instead of somebody warning you, hey, duck. Something's going to happen that's really going to hurt you and your business and your clients.
Yeah.
So you need people with different temperaments within your business so that you can grow and prosper.
Well, yeah, it's like it's Charlie Brown trying to kick the football with Lucy
yeah.
every time. You know, we think that this is going to happen, and we think that this is the time she's going to hold that football, right? And we're like, come on, we're going to kick it, and we know she's going to yank it away.
Exactly.
Away they go. So, okay, that's the part. So let's go to the A part. Tell me a little bit about that.
So activity timing. This is so very important. And so many people used to make fun of this. I don't know if you remember biorhythms. Like that was a big thing, like late 70s, early 80s, and it was like, oh, you know, move ring type of stuff and all of that. Well, studies have shown that there's some truth to that, which means you should be doing certain things at certain times. So for instance, if you work out well in the mornings, you should always do that in the morning. You're focused, you feel good, you get energy. Now, if you try to do this in the afternoon or the evening, then it sucks. It's blah. Same thing with meetings, same things with talking to clients. You should be able to be at your best time when you talk to them. Don't just willy-nilly just schedule stuff just to schedule it. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, no, I exactly the same way. If I'm going to go work out, I've got to do it within 30 minutes of me getting out of bed. You know, I got to get up, you know, get myself a protein drink, get what I need to do, get to the gym, go do it.
Exactly.
If I dawdle and I wait, then all of a sudden it becomes a chore. And it does this. Last night I told myself I had a long day. I was going to go to the gym at night. I was going to go, you know, I got 24-hour fitness. I was going to go. Do you think I ever got my fat butt off the couch?
No, it doesn't work.
It didn't. It didn't. In business, this is the thing we got to look at. So we got to look at our temperament. We got to look at our activities. How do those two tie together? You know.
Well, man, that's a great question. So, certain people usually act certain ways at certain times. Have you ever noticed that some people are like super grumpy early in the morning? Like that's the worst time to really have a meeting, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like have a status meeting with a bunch of people and you are just like a dragon.
Yeah.
No one likes that. So your temperament and your activity timing work hand in hand because you need to know when you're your best at all times so that you can set your business up and your clients up for the best services. It always works.
Yeah, it is. You know, we see it and we get stuck in that the 7 deadly words. This is the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's not the right time to do, if you're not a morning person, if you're grumpy as all get out to your 14th cup of coffee, don't have a meeting till you're on number 15, right?
Yeah.
You know, but then how do you go ahead in, let's go to the hiring side of this. So we're going back to the temperament side. How do we actually go hire to bring those people in? And this goes back to my John Maxwell training, you know, the law of the lid.
Yes.
I'm only good at so much. I need to hire other people whose lid's much higher and other things that I suck at.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head, Michael. See, so many times, if we don't watch it, our egos can get in the way. Now, ego can be a good thing at times because it actually helps you to be able to do things at the highest level. But if you take ego and let it just take you to a place where I know everything, you can't tell me what to do, and my way or the highway, then usually your business is going to be the highway, and that highway is going to be on the way to bankruptcy or failure. So when you hire people, you need to really understand yourself, be self-aware, and see where you're weak, what you need help in everything. Not only like how you present yourself to clients, but as well like if you're not good with numbers, if you're not good with meetings, if you're not good with talking to people, get people that can help you in those areas.
Well, you know, the funny thing is here's the thing with our ego. It tells us that people don't know, and you know what? Your team knows. Your team knows where you suck.
Oh my God!
And they do, and it's the really successful business. You know, you play basketball, right? You play basketball, and what position did you play?
I played everything really, but mostly power forward.
Power forward. So power forward. You're a power forward. You know, your job is to get to the basket, drive to the basket, make easy shots close to the rim. Your job is not to sit out and try to be, you know, our old day Curly Neal and sit out there and try to see who we can out dribble and get what we got to get.
Exactly.
You hire people to do that.
Exactly. Right? Roles matter. Roles matter. And temperament and activity timing really are closely tied to the roles that the people have in your company.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many people that have all these grandiose ideas and come together, but they don't know what each person is supposed to do.
Well, that's roles
and
and
how can a team win?
responsibilities. That's roles and responsibilities.
Exactly.
As a successful business owner, so we go on this T part and this A part of your vitals. This is where roles and responsibilities and making sure you going back to what's his name, putting the right people on the bus.
Exactly.
You know, put the right people on the bus. You know, and have them on the right seat.
Yes.
Because if they're not on the right seat, you're not going to succeed.
Exactly.
So we're coming up to tournament time, and this is it. This is what you're saying. I don't want Eric Harrison taking that half-court shot with a half a second left on the buzzer. You know,
that's true. You want me to be able to tip it in.
Exactly. Wasn't that how you eventually won it last time?
Exactly.
You know, that was it. So Eric, if people want to get a hold of you and get your knowledge and glean from you, because this is some awesome stuff. How do they get a hold of you?
Okay. The best way to get a hold of me is at my website, which is expressyourperspective.com. All of these resources that I'm talking about, and even some other tips, and even how you can contact me for coaching, is all there. There's a certain link there that says Vitals, and it deals with everything that we've been talking about here, and even some more stuff. There's even an e-workbook that will help you to understand your vitals so that you can incorporate it in your business. So go check it out.
Man, that's awesome. So thanks for coming up, Eric. You know, we're looking forward to more fun, exciting talks, and I'm ready for LNS.
Yes.
You know, it's going to be fun. So if you want to get LNS, you come meet us tomorrow at Cigars and Old Fashions. You know, you can probably get some more on this stuff as we're going to hang out. Yeah. And, just, hey, people on the TV show going to hang out. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV on the NowMedia Television Networks. We're going to be right back after this.
I was recently asked what it means to be a family lawyer. What is family law? Family law is not just about divorce or custody or child support. Family law is about your life. As a family lawyer, I protect your children, your wealth, your future. I don't do this alone. As your attorney, we work as a team to determine your goals and priorities and provide a strategy in an often complex, painful, and confusing time. Whether it's asset protection through pre- or post-marital agreements, or fighting to protect your children, I'm here to help. My team and I bring decades of combined experience to support you and your family in all aspects of family and wealth planning, from estate and legacy planning, to divorce and child custody issues, to representation in complex litigation cases. Take a decisive step. We're here when you're ready. Remember, it's about your life.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your host and guide, Michael Rager. I got my good friend Keith Cothrell. Keith, how you doing today?
Doing great, Mike.
Well, it's getting to that time of year that all of us business owners hate. Tax time. Things are changing. Tell us a little bit about what's going on. What kind of changes do we need to see that's going to be happening in our 1040 this year?
Yeah, so we're talking today about individual tax changes that are coming up in 2023. The first one is the child tax credit. It was in previous years, because of the pandemic, it was a lot higher. It's going back down to $2,000 per qualifying child now. You used to be able to get if your child turns 17 this year, you won't be able to do the credit. They have to be under 17. So they're changing that rule now. And then there is a phase out, which means that if you make over $200,000 as a single or head of household, then after $200,000, that credit will be reduced. And it's $400,000 if you're married filing joint. Dependents other than children are $500. And then a couple other changes is if you noticed on your tax return in some recent years, they had a $600 charitable contribution on there. Mm-hmm. That was on the first page. We call that an above the line deduction.
Okay.
And above the line being that's before you get to the AGI. And that deduction is going away. So can't do that anymore.
Well, how does that hurt me as an individual? So is it just this was giving me $600 kind of no matter what, right?
No matter what.
Okay, so now I've got it. It's going to give me exactly what I do and where I'm giving to charity, right?
Right. So now what happens is it's back to the Schedule A. It's always been on the Schedule A, that being the itemized deductions.
Okay.
And so it's gone back on there now, and now the way that they do the standard deduction now, it's hard to get an itemized deduction because you've got to spend more than what your standard deduction is in order for it to make sense to have the itemized deduction.
Right. Well, I guess us as business owners, that may help us a little bit, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, especially where we're throwing on Schedule C, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's tell us what's happening with teachers. What's happening there?
So with teachers, it's now $300 of education credits. I know you teachers. I know plenty of teachers. $300 isn't a lot of money, but it's something, right?
Right.
And if you're married, if you're married to another teacher and you file joint, you get $600. So that is a little bit of help.
So what's going on with the standard deduction? Things are changing there as well, right?
Absolutely. And so what I was saying just a moment ago is the standard deductions are so high that most people don't itemize anymore. Mm-hmm. And so what I mean is, if you're single and married filing separate, your standard is $13,850.
Okay.
So if you itemize more than $13,850, then it makes sense to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Head of household is $20,800. So if you itemize more than $20,800, then it makes sense to do it.
All right.
And $27,700 for married filing joint or widows. Widows or widowers.
Okay. Well, I think this next one's a big thing that's really coming up for business owners, business meals. Because that's really we're really allowed to write off a whole bunch of things before. How's that really going to change?
So it's always been 50% for business meals, and they increased it to 100% for a while because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It's gone back to 50%, and that's as of January 23rd of this year.
Okay.
So anything that you did between January 1 and January 23, you can still do it 100%.
Okay.
But anything after that goes back to 50%.
Is there still ways? Let me ask you this: you're a creative guy. Is there ways to get around that? I mean, I know sometimes I've done stuff, and my old people, accountants and stuff. Not an entertainment, but it could be a marketing fee, business development fee, something like that. How do we look at that? Does it really depend on how we classify it?
You could do it as an advertising cost,
okay.
But eventually, if you get audited, you're going to say, "Hey, why do you have an $800 Taste of Texas bill on an advertising type of thing?" Unless you're doing some kind of presentation or something. So
okay.
There are ways to do that, but I just suggest if I file a return, we don't typically hide those sort of things because if they find it, they find it. So
we started going into this is stuff that used to be with me, per diems and stuff like that. How's that changing for people that work on per diem?
So one of the things that they've done with the business meals is that they've allowed food trucks to be included in it.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. So if you happen to be somewhere in one of these food truck parks and doing a one-to-one with someone trying to get business, then that's beneficial. And then it's allowing, there's a notice, an IRS notice that's out there that's saying that you can deduct 100% of a meal portion of a per diem even if the employee is not actually eating at a restaurant.
Okay.
So that's some per diem work that you can do if you're already on a per diem. It's really kind of, I think, more meant for someone who's already doing per diem as part of their.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time. I used to work in oil and gas, per diem. That's how it was. You know, you try not to spend your per diem money, right? So, what's things you can never deduct? I mean, these are you know, we see dry cleaning up there. How do we look at that, and where are these things that we need to really look at as a business owner?
Yeah. So here's some things that I say you can never deduct, because when you do, it's typically part of an audit, a tax audit that I'm part of. So one of those is your whole house for the home office. You can only deduct the portion that you actually use for your home office. Dry cleaning or uniforms. So dry cleaning, this coat, you know, that I'm wearing right now is not deductible. Although, and I've heard it from lots of people, well, I have to wear a suit to go to court, or I have to wear a suit for the board meeting. It doesn't matter. This is what's called a generally, you know, public type of attire. And so if you have, you know, if you work for FedEx or something and you got something with their logo on it, then you can perhaps dry clean that. If you are a business that has a logo on your clothing, you can deduct that, and you can dry clean that, but not, you know, everything else.
Not everything, yeah. Okay. You know, hey, we got to try, right?
Absolutely, always got to try.
If you're not trying, you're not cheating, you're not trying.
We won't go that far. So.
All right, let's talk about mileage. Mileage is a huge one. You know, what happens there? You know.
Yeah. So on that one, you're supposed to, and we talked about this before in other things, but when you are deducting your mileage, you're deducting it at now 65.5 cents per mile for this year. You're not deducting 100% of it. So everywhere that you go for your business, you don't take 100% of where you go in your mileage. You take 65.5 cents per mile of it. Or, you know, I just had a truck driver come to me yesterday, and I said, we don't really probably want to do mileage for you, because you're going to spend more money in fuel and scales and tolls and tires and maintenance. It makes more sense to do the actual expense than it does the mileage on that.
Well, hey, man, we got about a minute left. What are some things that, you know, the last thing that we really have to look at, and how do people get a hold of you when they really have questions about this, Keith?
So I think the last thing I probably want to add is, you know, if you're an employee, you can't take any unreimbursed expenses on your return anymore. That stopped in 2017. And then also, it's really important to know that the IRS in their new budget, I attended a round table, and they said, don't worry about the criminal, you know, investigations increasing. All the people that we're hiring is just the people that retired. So it's a wash. We're only replacing the people that retired. And as far as, you know, reaching out to me, you have my email there and my phone number, 832-402-4440. And there's my website there that you can see. And just give me a call, and if you're not, and I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can.
Well, I know Keith's a great guy. I know he's helped me in the past. We had some things going on, and highly recommend him, because, you know, that's why he's here. He's here because he can help, and these are the types of things you need to know. So we're going to wrap up today, man. It's been a great episode. We started out talking about profit. Ended up, hey, let's make sure we don't pay more tax than we have to, but let's not get ourselves in trouble paying tax. So this is the time of year as business owners, we really need to start planning for next year. This is what it's about. Tax season is not about, you know, worrying. Tax season is about preparing so you can go ahead and have the most successful business you can have. So I'm Michael Rager, your business guide. I'm here on Biz Talk TV on the NowMedia Television networks. Join us every week. We're going to see you soon. You guys go out there and have a great week.
This has been a NowMedia Television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hi, my name is Elias Basabe, founder of Little Maria's Cafe Restaurant in West Houston, located in 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Here you will find a family-friendly and relaxed environment where you can enjoy a delicious homemade breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We know you need to get to work fast, and we want you to enjoy a tasty, quality, and healthy homemade food. So come and visit us for a great nutritious meal at an affordable price. We specialize in tasty breakfasts, deli sandwiches, fish, even barbecue cookouts. Little Maria's Cafe has it all. We only use the great quality of Boar's Head meats and products. Just like you, we love to get you up early. Little Maria's Cafe is open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can dine in with us during breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or we can have it ready for you for pickup. Visit us today on the first floor of the CMPC Center at 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Order now at 832-667-8376, Little Maria's Cafe.
Are you ready to talk about all things real estate? Hi, I'm Michelle Briggs, the host of Your Person Real Estate. Join me every Thursday at 5 p.m. and discover everything you should know about the real estate world.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.